You have to be okay. I'm telling that to myself as well. With not helping 100% of the time. Na it's okay to hold back. It's okay to trust people more. That they are strong enough. They are capable enough to figure things out on their own. Just like how you've also figured things out on your own. They're also capable of doing that. You have to believe that. Kasi if you think na parang, oh, ikaw lang laging makakasagot ng problema nila, ano kasi Superman, mauubos ka ng mauubos. And that's not really a good thing. This may be a hot take, but sometimes not helping is the most loving thing you can do. And even though parang counterintuitive siya, if you want to help someone, why not give them that help, diba? But sometimes you really have to actually step back and not help and allow them to figure things out themselves. And the thing is, madali siyang sabihin, mahirap siya gawin. Kasi especially in our culture na, oh, pag hindi mo tinulungan si ganito, parang ang sama-sama mo. Kahit na you have the capacity to help that person. Kasi it makes sense naman, di ba? Na parang, if may capacity ka to help, why not help? But from what I have personally learned throughout the years of trying to stop myself from helping people, especially as someone na may savior complex or may savior tendency na I feel like kailangan kong tulungan yung tao na to for their lives to be better. Or parang may itch ka talaga to help. And siguro natutunan ko na lang din along the way na there's actually a difference between helping and enabling. And of course, maybe you're coming from a good intention na I really want to help this person get out of their, let's say, money situation. Or I really want to help this person get out of their relationship problems. Pero minsan, hindi mo napapansin na you're not really helping, but maybe you're enabling the situation or maybe you're enabling the behavior instead of actually helping them get out. And imbis na makatulong ka, parang napapasama ka pa. Or mas lalo pang napapasama yung sitwasyon. Kasi your intention is to help, but you're actually enabling that person to be stuck in that situation. And sometimes the most loving thing you can really do is step back. Kahit na ang hirap, kahit na masakit din sa part natin to like not give help, not extend help kahit na we have the capacity to do so. But there are lessons that they actually have to learn themselves. And I think yung tricky thing lang talaga is understanding when you're actually helping and when you're actually enabling. Kasi sobrang confusing niya din talaga madalas. Especially if problem solver ka. Like, if you are solution-oriented person na, okay, hanapin natin ng paraan to para matulungan kita sa bagay na to. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But I think really understanding what's the difference between helping and enabling will allow you to actually assess the situation or yourself din na parang, wait, inihelp ko ba tong tao na to na mabayaran yung mga utang niya or am I enabling this person na umutang lang ng umutang? Kasi andyan naman ako para sahaluhin siya. Meron akong kwento about that later. A personal experience that I would vulnerably share, I guess. But for now, parang okay, let's try to differentiate ano ba yung helping and enabling. So number one is showing up for people who actually really need help that they can do on their own right now. Then, enabling is when you show up for someone who actually can help themselves, pero dahil kasi alam nila na ikaw, pwede ka nalang puntahan anytime, they choose not to help themselves. Kunyari na trouble yung tao na yun sa pera, tapos alam nila na okay, andyan lang siya, sasaluhin ako. Especially if it's a repetitive kind of thing, it's okay if parang hindi naman palaging ginagawa sa'yo ng tao na to. Pero if yung tao na to palaging nagre-rely sa'yo to actually help them get out of their financial situation, mahirap na yun. Example, I can think about it. This is something that actually happened to me. I have this relative where nagkakasino siya. Madalas siya magkasino and nananalo naman siya minsan pero madalas din natatalo. And I know that's how he manages his money, and for me, I don't like that. I don't like gambling. I'm not into gambling in that sense. Lalaro kami sa casino, like yung mga ano lang, pero pag 1,000, tapos na, diba? But like yung gambling na medyo malala na 5-digit levels, or I know some people can do 6 or 7, but like 6, 7. Ano ba yan, Angela? Focus. So, let's say yung tao na yun is palaging nagkakasino or nagsusugal. And of course, pag natalo ka, no? Pag natalo ka sa casino, parang minsan gusto mong bawiin, gusto mo pa rin bawiin, or like last money mo na, pero wait, baka pwede pa akong mangutang to actually get back yung na-loss ko dun sa pag-gamble na yun. And this is a true story na kinuwento sa akin ng isang relative din na, okay, tinawagan siya nitong person na to, like, puntahan mo ako dito sa and pautang ako kasi natalo ko yung ganito. Alam ko, mababawi ko pa to eh. Well, they actually helped that person na nagkakasino. And ako, I'm really off limits about that. Noong una, when this person, yung nagkakasino, asked for help from me, financial help, I gave. And then, pangalawa, I gave. Pangatlo, I gave. Pang-apat, pang-lima, pang-anim, pang-pito, I step back na. Like, I would always say no. And honestly, it cost me my relationship with that person. And I'm totally okay with it. Because hindi kami aligned sa values na yun eh, with how I manage my money, with how he manages his money. Hindi lang naman yun yung reason, but that's one of the reasons why I stepped away. I cut off contact with that person. But you can see how helping, parang stepping back, even though alam ko na nagtanip ng sama ng loob yung tao na to sa akin. For me, I don't wanna enable you to be stuck in that casino situation. I don't know if nagkakasino pa rin siya ngayon. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na biglang magbabago yung tao na to dahil nag-step back ako, no? But like, I don't wanna involve myself in that situation. I don't wanna enable that kind of mishandling ng finances. Kasi hindi naman din ako ganun sa finances ko. And the enabling part is like that other relative who actually, maybe that relative who helped nung time na natalo siya sa casino was really thinking of helping that person. Pero they're actually just enabling the action. So that's a difference between helping and enabling. So number 2 is help should actually make the person move forward instead of allowing them to be stuck in that situation. Let's say yun nga, may taong utang ng utang sa'yo, and you genuinely care for this person and you really wanna help this person have a beautiful life. Instead of like tolerating the utang cycle, maybe you can actually give them a job or give them a puhunan if you're capable to actually start a business. And I'm not saying that, okay, that business will automatically thrive, but providing help in that sense instead of like paulit-ulit lang na uutangan ka ng tao na to, naging cycle na sa kanya, naging dependent niya siya sa'yo, to actually borrow money every time, then they'll just be stuck in that forever. So there's this situation that I actually wanna share, na I have this relative who keeps on borrowing money from me. And nakita ko kasi na cycle siya. And doon nakita ko na cycle na siya, I had to step back talaga. Na ang nangyayari is, hihiram siya ng pera, which is sobrang bait naman ng narrative ko na to, no? And then, ipapahiram niya kasi may nangangailangan sa kanya. And then, ending, siya yung walang pera kasi pinapahiram niya. So, hihiram ulit siya. So, parang I'm enabling that person to enable other people if I keep lending that person money. Nung una, hirap na hirap ako mag-say no because she actually helped me a lot when I was starting. Parang that person has contributed to my life. And it was hard to say no to her. Sometimes I would say no and then, okay, sige, minsan pagbibigyan ko. And then sometimes I would say no until nagdire-diretso na ako nag-say no kasi na ako sa cycle niya. Na okay, ihiram siya, okay siya, tapos ipapahiram niya ulit pag dumating na yung parang hinihintay niyang monthly allowance or something. Papahiram niya ulit. Tapos siya naman maubusan, tapos ihihiram na naman siya. So I just feel sad for that situation and parang sabi ko, okay, I don't want to be part of that cycle. I don't want to be part of that, her enabling other people and then me enabling her to be stuck in that cycle. So I step back. It cost me my relationship with that person. And I feel bad nung time na yun. Pero parang okay, I just know na I don't want to be stuck in that same situation that she stuck in, because why do I want to put myself in that situation if nakikita ko nga na hindi naman na nga okay yung nangyayari sa kanya? Do I want that life? No. Do I want that life for her? No then. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna enable this cycle anymore. I'm gonna step back. I'm not sure, so hindi ko na nakakausap siya at all, but I hope she's in a better place right now and I hope nakaalis siya sa cycle na yun. Like whether or not nakaalis siya sa cycle na yun, parang for me, it's my responsibility sa sarili ko to not be involved in that cycle. I guess lastly is helping is actually giving someone a fishing rod instead of like just giving them the fish every single day. And this is a very personal story na I don't think I've ever talked about this publicly. Yes, this is part of being vulnerable and hoping to connect with people, even though it's sometimes easier to just hand them the fish, give them the fish because you're capable naman. What if you actually give them a rod? What if you actually teach them to like stand on their own? And this is something that actually happened to me. I guess ready na ako ikwento to kasi parang sa mga previous example ko naman, no, like ending is ako palagi yung bad person, diba? Like I have to step back, I have to parang tingin nila sa akin like I'm madamot and all that. Since cut off na ako sa mga tao na to, hindi ko na kasi alam like what's going on in their lives, if they're stuck in that cycle, if they've actually grown or whatever. But there's this one case na parang I knew that stepping back was really the best thing I've done. So there was this season that my mom was really in a difficult situation. And even though I wanted to help genuinely because it's a medical thing, I made the decision to parang give like a certain level of amount lang to this medical situation that she's in. It wasn't really emergency pa naman that time, no? And maybe I'm the most financially capable one at the time, but my other siblings were also capable as well. And even my mom should have been capable of, you know, helping herself in that time. And yun nga, my decision ako to just extend a certain level of help, a certain amount of money, and my siblings were like all against it back then. I was really painted, the bad person, the bad sister or the madamot, because sabi ko, okay, hanggang dito lang yung amount na ibibigay ko. And of course, honestly, dinamdam ko yun. And even up until now, pag naisip ko yun, inisip ko na lang na siguro, okay, I guess branding ko na talaga yung, ako yung masama palagi. Branding ko na yun sa family ko. I think sa friends ko hindi naman, ano. But like sa family ko, parang branding ko na yun, na parang ako yung masama, ako yung madamot. But I was still firm with my boundary. Even though parang, okay, everyone was like against me at that time. I think nag-leave din ako ng group chat that time. So, I was just really firm with my decision na not to give like the full help. Just so my siblings as well, parang try to make efforts to find other ways to actually help that time. And there are also backstories pa to this na where I don't agree with how my mom handles her money. So, I was just really firm na ito lang yung amount na ibibigay ko. When hindi pa siya emergency at that time, the time naman na parang sobrang emergency na, ano, yung mga kapatid ko nagpapanik na talaga. Of course, I extended the help. Pero it's not that I'm not gonna extend it kung hindi pa emergency, hindi ko ibibigay. Like, it's not that. I was firm about it because I know na if I kept rescuing them in these situations, are they really gonna learn something about it? And I know parang siguro sa iba, it's not the time to teach a lesson or all that. But sometimes you just know at that time, it's what I needed to do. So, well, okay, nung nag-emergency, okay, I was able to give the money and all that, yung full amount na sinasabi nilang need nila. But after that situation, even though parang feeling ko canceled na ako sa pamilya ko, no? My mom is still very young. Wala pa siyang 50, I think. Maging 50 pa lang siya this year. And she's very capable as well, physically, mentally. After she recovered from her medical situation, she tried to look for jobs, and right now, she's making 6 figures on her own. You can just easily give her like, what, 10, 15,000 a month for like allowance. Pero I'm sure it's so nice right now na she's making her own money. She's making a good amount of money from working online with, we actually have the same market. We actually working with the same target clients. And yung skill na yun, before she had that medical thing, she actually learned that from me as well because pinasok ko siya dito sa isa kong kliyente. So she got that skill. Nung nawala siya sa client na yun, I don't know if naghanap pa siya or nagpursige siya enough to like hanap some work. But like after that situation where I said I would step back, for me, I think that helped na parang okay, she has no one to rely on. She has to help herself. And now she's actually making money of her own. And there was this one conversation that I've had with her. It's a very short interaction and I'm not sure if she actually remembers this. Parang we were talking about clients or parang getting new clients and all that. And sabi niya sa akin, idol kita eh. And just those 2 words or 3 words that idol kita eh, stuck with me in a very relieving way. Na, okay, even though I was painted at that time, the bad daughter or the sibling who's madamot. So I felt that sense of relief na, okay, she's actually actually looking up to me in this sense. I'm not a very words of affirmations girly, no? Pero parang there's just that sense of relief na, I'm so glad I did not help back then, or I'm so glad that I set boundaries. I'm so glad that hindi ako nagstick lang to like just giving her this monthly allowance and all that, because now she learned how to fish. I don't have to give her the fish because she learned how to fish on her own. She's catching way more fish. Ngayon, mas marami na siyang fish. If she's making like 5 times more than I would have given her as an allowance. And what she's making right now is actually coming from her own efforts. I'm sure sobrang proud siya sa sarili niya because she knows how to fish on her own instead of just relying on me or on my siblings giving her fish, diba? So, that moment made me realize na, okay, I feel like if I did not do that, if parang, okay, nagbigay na lang nagbigay and all that, parang I'll probably like be burnout right now, especially in helping. And also, she won't learn how to fish for herself. And I guess yun yung sinasabi ko, na parang help is supposed to make people move forward instead of them being stuck in that situation. I don't know dun sa mga people na I have to fully cut off before kung ano bang nangyayari na sa life nila ngayon, but like this one situation, just give me this proof that sometimes holding back is not abandonment. And what if holding back is actually the most powerful form of belief na you can give to that person because you trust that they can figure it out, na they actually have the capability to help themselves get out of the situation na feeling nila stuck sila. And for me, that's also a form of love. Hindi lang siya yung kind of love na sanay tayo sa culture na meron tayo, diba? And I guess before I end this, I know I mentioned na kanina na meron akong savior tendency. And I think a lot of us do, especially if you are always being seen as the strong one, or if you are always like the responsible one, or if ikaw yung tao na parang who's always figuring things out. Kasi nung time ko, I guess parang I have to learn things myself. I have to help myself so many times. I guess that's why I've reached this point na parang if I'm able to help other people, I'm gonna help. But I guess that's where my savior tendency comes from. Having to save myself so many times, and you kinda wanna do that for people as well. Kasi I got to this point by helping myself so many times. So maybe these people, when you help them, maybe they'll get out of it. Maybe they will also go like you do. If we're really going to be honest, it might be worth checking to look within and see if that urge to help is just coming from that discomfort na parang you don't want this person na mahirapan. But then sometimes helping is not really for them, but it's actually for you to get rid of that discomfort that you're feeling, diba? And honestly, I still struggle. Like even though may mga success stories na ako on like stepping back from helping people, I've noticed that it's showing up in a different form naman. Like if I was able to step back from my family, lately na-realize ko or lately nakita ko na parang, ang dami ko palang ginawa before na it's just because it's uncomfortable for me na parang they were in that situation na me, I tried to like save them from that situation when it wasn't really necessary. But that situation is just too uncomfortable for me na, okay, you don't have to figure it out. Ito na yung fish. Na-realize ko lately na ang dami kong ganun situation. So, I'm still working on that. I still fail. Especially, I have this savior tendencies. Well, siguro na nagawa ko na siya in a sense of like sa family ko, pero yun nga, sa team, sa clients, it's showing up in that sense. Na parang even though hindi ko na responsibility, parang inaako ko pa din. Like, okay, let me help you on that. Let me help you on that. Like, at the expense of my own sanity. Pero hindi ko siya agad nakikita. Ngayon lang siya nagsa-snowball. Actually, I mean, hindi ko naman maka-undo yung mga ginawa ko before, no? Yung mga help na binigay ko before. Yung parang me taking responsibilities from all those other things. Pero I can just set more firm boundaries right now, I guess. So yun, every time you feel that urge to step in, ask yourself, check in with yourself first. Don't really act on it agad. Ask yourself, am I doing this really for them? Will this actually help them? Or am I doing it for me? Or I don't want this discomfort na feeling ko na, okay, pag di ko sila tinulungan, baka isipin na naman masama ako. Or baka isipin na naman na madamot ako. Or isipin na parang, even though I'm capable to help, I'm not doing it. I guess a lot of this thing still stems from like always being painted the bad person, the one who is madamot. Although I think I'm really generous, ha? Hindi lang in the usual sense of generosity, I guess. But I think I'm very generous. Send mo Gcash mo. Charot. Joke lang. Oh yeah, that's a good thing to like ask yourself when you get that urge, especially if you already recognize that you have that savior tendency. Ask yourself, am I doing this really for them? Is this actually gonna help them move forward? Or am I enabling just this situation na they can actually figure it out themselves? Do I really have to be involved in this? Am I really responsible for this? Kasi there are times na parang accountable ka talaga to that situation or responsible ka talaga to that situation, but a lot of times you're not. You're only really responsible for yourself. You have to be okay. I'm telling that to myself as well. With not helping 100% of the time. Na it's okay to hold back. It's okay to trust people more, that they are strong enough, they are capable enough to figure things out on their own. Just like how you've also figured things out on your own, they're also capable of doing that. You have to believe that. Kasi if you think na parang, oh, ikaw lang laging makakasagot ng problema nila, ano kasi Superman, mauubos ka na mauubos. And that's not really a good thing. You should help like from the overflow lang talaga. And not because parang, okay, I just need to solve this. You need to solve other people's problem. Pero hindi. Parang ano lang yan eh. Like, pag may mga exams, the grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, like when you're growing, parang if imagine na yung nanay mo lang yung sumasagot ng lahat ng ano kasi alam niya na yun. Gusto ka na lang niya tulungan. Sagutin lahat ng tests na yun. Pero wala ka talagang natutunan. Nakapunta ka sa grade 2, nakapunta ka sa grade 3, grade 4 ng yung magulang mo gumagawa lahat. But did it really help you na mag-grow, to learn on your own, to actually get to that level? Kasi, kunyari nakarating ka ng grade 5, grade 6, ng nanay mo lahat gumagawa ng assignments and nawala yung help na yun. Paano mo navigate yung level ng sitwasyon na yun now that you lost that help? Yeah, so I guess that's it. I hope may nakuting-ting sa brain mo with this yap session. And you're not bad for not helping. You have to reframe that. You're actually helping them more, figure things out themselves, help them stand on their own na without you. And that's a good thing because if they keep relying on you for that help, then yung help na yun nag-exist lang pag nandyan ka, but like pag wala ka na, parang how will that go, right? So, you're not a bad person, you're not a bad daughter, you're not a bad sibling, you're not a bad child for not extending help, especially when you know that it's the kind of help that they need in that situation. You can't save everyone. You cannot always be there for everyone. And that's okay. Hindi kasi Superman. Wala tayo sa fiction movie na parang may mga powers tayo to do these things. That's just how we wish things are. Pero that's not how it works in the reality. Resist that urge to help, especially if you know that it's not your 100% responsibility, and just trust that people are smart enough, people are capable enough to help themselves get out of their situation, especially if that's something that they put themselves through. I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
If something about today felt like a conversation you've been waiting to have, stick around. Because that's exactly what this show is here for. Figuring out life together with me, one honest conversation at a time. If you'd like to stay updated on all my podcast episodes, you can subscribe to this channel if you're watching this on YouTube, or you can give this show a follow on Spotify. I'd also love to hear what you think about the show. Send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram at Figuring Out Life PH. Let's continue to figure out life together, and I'll see you on the next one.